Welcome to 5 Minute Salute. I'm your host, Chris Budihas. Today's segment is sponsored by the Military Affairs and Veterans Department with Harry Connors and the team over there taking care of our veteran community here in the city, Jacksonville. Joining me here in the studio is Tracey Bradley with Operation New Uniform. Tracy, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Man,
thanks for having me.
See you.
Yeah,
I know. I
it.
see you out and about, doing a lot of amazing things. But before we jump into Operation New Uniform, let's talk about you a little bit.
Sure.
Originally from, and what you do in the Navy?
Okay, I'm born and raised Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
And in the Navy, I was an aviation ordnanceman, did a lot of time on aircraft carriers, overseas tours, and when I retired, Weapons Tactics Unit lead instructor.
Well, God bless you. So, yeah, you had a great career, and
Loved
we
it.
talked before.
Oh, yeah.
AO, for those who don't know what AO is, that's aviation orders. Man, it is a tight-knit community, regardless of what service you're in. So,
very much.
So thanks for your service to the nation. Obviously, you didn't do that. We couldn't do this here.
Oh,
but in
no
your
problem.
post-military career, I mean, you went from service to the nation to service to our veterans. So for the group, what is Operation New Uniform, and then why did you join?
Well, Operation New Uniform is a nonprofit veteran service organization that works with our partners in helping veterans transition out of the military into the business community, into corporate America. There are a lot of great organizations and partners out here that do similar. Our niche is working on the behavior, attitudes, and techniques. I became a member of Operation New Uniform because what it teaches is something I could have used when I first retired. Thinking that I have every qualification and certification. Why aren't they hiring me? I know I'm qualified. And then come to find out, well, maybe it's the way you talk to people, because you come out of the military where it was so structured and we're training for war. But you're going in this interview knife handing, the way you speak to people, not understanding that I'm using military acronyms when I explain things. And it wasn't conducive to that company even wanting me to be a part of it. So once you learn those things, Operation New Uniform specializes in working on those behavior, attitudes, techniques, the language that we speak. Similar to boot camp. In boot camp, they told me, we don't care your race, your color, your religion, you're going to do it the Navy way. So in Operation New Uniform, we are, thank you for your service, regardless of the branch. You need to learn the business and corporate communities way.
That's huge. And you guys have a methodology for this, right? I mean,
oh, yes.
Yeah. Can you speak to that?
Yes. Sandler Sales, the Ruby Group, they are our partners. They're proprietary curriculum based on sales, because even when you're interviewing and networking, you're selling yourself.
Absolutely.
In every situation, you're selling yourself. How are you presenting yourself? How do you understand? One of the first things we teach is why have a system? Having a system on how to approach people, how to network. What is your purpose of networking? Is it just to meet people, or is it to build some bonding and rapport and relationships for individuals that may be able to help you in that career search?
I love it, because I've been watching Operation Uniform for the last year, and I've had a couple of peers of mine recently. Felix Rodriguez went through the program.
Felix.
And that guy's awesome. And he's like, I learned so much. It just showed me, regardless of how good you are, you can learn a lot. And then just reflecting my own career, like when I got out of the Marines in 2000. At that time, there was no transition assistance, and then now that I went back in and retired here last October, I went through a couple other great organizations. But you guys provide a little secret sauce, It's there was definitely some mechanics of this is how you find a job. This is some interview things, but here we're changing the personality, the communication skills, so this person. They want to walk away. They want to hire you right now.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, we have a saying, what gets rewarded gets repeated. Or shall I say, what gets repeated gets rewarded. So practice doesn't always make perfect. What are you practicing? Are you practicing the right techniques? Are you practicing the right communication skills? Do you even understand the communication skill? Because as you know, as a veteran also, individuals had to do what we told them to do, because we had the stripes or the bars. But on this side of the fence, in the business and corporate community, what about building relationships? How do you really build a team? Do you know the personalities of your team members? Do you understand how to conversate and communicate with those different personalities in order to help you become more successful out here on this side of the fence? So yes, huge. Operation New Uniform is really about the headspace and getting the mental part together, because you already have the certification. You already have the qualification. You have the background. You are a leader. You know how to adjust on the fly, adjust, adapt, and overcome. You know how to win.
That's huge. So just to unpack this a little bit for those who are encouraged, obviously, go to the website for Operation New Uniform. So who's this for? Is it just for the service member getting ready to separate? Can a veteran that's been out for a while? What about spouses? Can these folks participate or not?
Great question. The answer to all of the above is yes. We are for individuals that are joined the military and said, it was great, I'm moving on, whether they did 4 years, 24 years, or 34 years. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, National Guard, Coast Guard, Space Force. We also have programs specifically geared towards spouses. Spouses are so underdeployed and sometimes underappreciated with everything that they do and the sacrifices that they make for those like you and myself who served and had to leave home and had to deploy. So we work with all branches of the military who are honorably discharged. We work with spouses, whether you did, again, 4 years, 24, or 34 years. We work with them.
That's huge. And so in the typically, courses are in person. However, you do have a virtual course that you guys have ran in the past, correct?
Yes, we do have a virtual training platform that individuals who may not have the time to sit in-house in a classroom setting, we do have a virtual component. I personally recommend, there's nothing like sitting in person. We do no death by PowerPoint. It is interactive. It is straight, no chaser. And we have speakers, alumni who have went through our program, graduated, and are doing great things in the local community throughout the state of Florida. Come and speak and sit and talk like we're doing now. And again, straight, no chaser. These are some of the pitfalls. These are some of the things you need to work on changing, leaving the military to be successful in corporate America.
Cohort size is typically what?
Our cohort sizes are usually about 10, 11 to 15. And we do that on purpose. We keep it small and tight. We do a lot of one-on-one. We do a lot of role playing, a lot of interaction, a lot of guest speakers. So we would love to pack it out. Hopefully one day we will be able to, but normally between 11 to 15, 16 students.
No, I asked that question on purpose because I wanted to unpack that. This is not industrial. We're trying to make people better, and we know that at some point we get beyond that. We water it down, so we're not going to water it down, so it'll be a better version. And then my last question. What's the cost?
Well, I'm sorry to tell everyone out there, the cost is free.
I love it. That's my favorite price.
It is no cost to any military transition veteran or spouses. Everything that we provide, pay for absolutely nothing. We have great corporate sponsors, individuals, local businesses that partner with us, individual students that have gone through that have partnered with us financially. So
that's excellent.
It is no cost to provide our
services.
And
obviously, if you're looking for anybody that's looking to donate time, treasure, or talent, you guys are willing to take. And you guys have some phenomenal fundraisers. I've participated in the clay shoot out here on the north side.
It's coming up here soon.
April 4th or something around there?
In April. Everyone can go to our website, onuvets.org, and you can see, if you're like into pool, as an Northern, I love that. But the clay shoot.
And if you don't like that, you got golf coming up. And there's other opportunities. So.
Lots of opportunity. But go to the website. You can find out about our program, the different programs for our active duty and transition military, as well as spouses, and also our fundraisers.
Tracey, always good to see you. Thank you for service.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for what you do. This is great.
Sir. We appreciate it. Now you guys are literally changing lives for the better, and with our veteran community, they deserve that opportunity to have a hand up and then be more prepared and not just. I tell folks, you don't want to survive in your civilian world. You want to thrive. And between God and your service, you have the tools. Now you got to put it together, and that means you got to put some calories in too.
This is true. You got to put in the work. And our CEO, Michelle McManaman, one of our mottos is, we get to be God's hands and feet every day to help those of us who've served, including our families. So
yes, sir.
I love doing what I do.
One more time on the website.
www.onuvets.org.
Wow, thanks again. Folks, if you're not Googling www.ONU vets, I'm not sure what you're doing. Hey, take a look at what's happening at Operation New Uniform. They're literally changing lives and making our veterans ready for the workplace. And I would coach you to take a look. If you got time, talent, and treasure, to donate. If you have a service member or you yourself are looking at an opportunity to go through the course, please reach out to them. We'll see our next segment, Live with Gratitude.
When they leave us for battle, we await their return. When their embrace is gone, we imagine them with us. Some don't come back. We grieve. Some come back hurting. We help. Heroes survive. We honor them. Heroes fall. We remember them. 150,000 veterans live in Jacksonville. We serve them. We're the Military Affairs and Veterans Department, City of Jacksonville. Because of them, our light never dims.